A Kuwait-Arizona connection could bring millions of dollars to the valley. And crews make their way to the wreckage of a plane found near Young, Arizona. Also, Saddam Hussein sends a message of peace to the Iraqi refugees who fear him. Those stories and more on this Sunday, April 14th, 1991.
Dale Schornak, Linda Williams, Jim Schnebelt, Kevin McCabe, Bill Leverton. From your 24-hour news station, this is NewsCenter 10 at 6.
Tonight, in a NewsCenter 10 exclusive report, the Kuwaiti ambassador to the United States says the valley could be in line for a major economic boost. Good evening, I'm Linda Williams.
And I'm Dale Schornak. Thanks for joining us tonight. The Kuwaiti government intends to buy the Phoenician Resort and the Crescent Hotel for an undisclosed amount of money, and that's just the beginning. Bart Graves tells us about some of the inside wheeling and dealing that's been going on all week. Bart?
Dale, Kuwaiti Ambassador Ali Ahmed Sabah left Phoenix this afternoon for Washington after spending a week here and meeting with dozens of business leaders, valley business leaders, and elected officials. We could tell you it's been a very profitable week. Sabah confirmed that the Resolution Trust Corporation, which currently owns the Phoenician and Crescent Hotels, agreed to sell them both to the Kuwaiti government. The Kuwaitis already own a percentage of the Phoenician, stemming from their original investment when it was first built by Charles Keating. The formal announcement of the sale should come at the end of the week, and there's more good news. At least 4 Valley companies are in line to possibly win multi-million-dollar contracts to rebuild Kuwait City. Representatives from the Gosnell Development Company, M&M Sun Construction, and America West Airlines and others met with Sabah and submitted proposals for the rebuilding effort. Sabah is due to make a decision on the contract awards by the end of the month. Now, to help seal the deal, Arizona Senator John McCain says a delegation made up of Valley business leaders are planning to visit Kuwait next month, making it among the first American business delegations to be invited to that country.
And I hope we can put this trade delegation together so that they can get over there in May and be one of the first ones over there, who will be involved not only in reconstruction contracts, but a lot of other contracts concerning future investment, not only in Kuwait, but Kuwaiti investment in Arizona and the United States.
Now, we talked with Ambassador Sabah by phone this afternoon. Tonight at 10 on Nightcast, we'll have more information about the exclusive, the story that is, about more information about the growing relationship between Kuwait and the Valley of the Sun.
Yeah, Bart, I believe Kuwait already owns 40% of the Phoenician, so it sounds like they are going to buy the entire thing, possibly, and this relationship will appear to be growing.
As we understand it, all that needs to be done really are the T's to be crossed and the dots to be dotted.
Okay, we'll keep an eye. Bart, we'll see you at 10. Thank you.
In other news, crews made their way to the site of a plane crash near Young today, and ahead of them lay a grim task. They were there to recover the bodies of the 4 Valley passengers from the wreckage. That wreckage was discovered just yesterday. Our helicopter pilot, Len Clements, went along with the Sheriff's Department. He has this story.
Gila County Sheriff's deputies wrestled twisted metal that once was a small plane. It appears the Cessna 182 went straight in, digging a 4-foot deep crater. Lawmen removed the bodies of pilot Steve Young and 3 teenage passengers. Authorities feel certain no one survived the initial impact.
It appears that they never knew what hit them. Apparently it happened instantly as they hit the ground.
Investigators from the Los Angeles office of the National Transportation Safety Board will sift through this rubble. But given the state of the wreckage, it may be impossible to ever determine just exactly what went wrong. Investigators will look for evidence of mechanical trouble that may have led to this crash, but they will also consider the possibility that Steve Young may have become disoriented in bad weather and lost control of the plane. A source close to the investigation said Steve Young did not hold an instrument rating. He was not trained in how to fly through clouds.
The clouds are real low, and apparently, and where we're at now, it's real high, so all this was enclosed in the clouds at the time, and it was snowing. And
a final report on the probable cause may take a year to complete. Len Clements, NewsCenter 10.
Once again, those killed in the plane crash were Phoenix Fire Captain Steve Young, his his teenage daughter Erin, and her 2 friends, Joyce Smith and Dan Noonan. They disappeared on March 22nd. Funeral services for the 2 girls are scheduled for this coming Wednesday. Since they were best friends, they will be buried side by side. A 4-year-old Scottsdale boy is in critical condition tonight after falling into a canal. Rural Metro Fire Department says little Richard Huddleston was in the water for about 5 minutes. He and his 6-year-old brother Jimmy apparently made their way to a canal footbridge near McDowell and 66th Street. That's where Richard fell in. The 2 adults pulled the little boy from the water while Richard's brother ran home to get his parents. Richard had no pulse and was not breathing when he was pulled from the water. This was the city of Scottsdale's 4th water-related call of this year.
In world and national news, the U.S. military began withdrawing the last of troops from southern Iraq today. Central Command says all of the soldiers should be out in a few days. Some will go to new posts in a demilitarized zone, while others head to Saudi Arabia or to their home bases. Despite the withdrawal of troops, the U.S. assures Iraqi refugees that they are not going to be forgotten. Well, Saddam Hussein also sent a message to the Kurds in the Iraqi town of Erbil. He told them to open a new chapter, to return to their hometown and to start anew. And once again, he offered limited amnesty to the rebels.
2 tickets match the 6 numbers drawn in last night's pick lottery game. The winners are going to split $2.4 million. The winning numbers were 3, 5, 7, 28, 38, 41, and the bonus number was 30.
Still to come tonight on NewsCenter 10 at 6, a family reunion with enough relatives to make up a small town.
But up next, Bill Leverton joins us from the town of Prescott. He is at the Copperstate 1,000 Road Rally. Stay with us. Quite an event roared to life in Prescott today. We're talking about the Copperstate 1000.
It's a road rally with lots of vintage cars that are certainly worth a pretty penny. Today, out on the Arizona Road, Bill Leverton takes us live to this very rally. Bill?
Well, Dale, as Linda said, as Linda said, it's 100,000. We're going to be on the road a long time, but it's the Copperstate 1000. We are out in front of the nice, beautiful Sheraton in Prescott, and we've spent all day on an assignment that's one of those toughies I've got to take care of. This is the Copperstate 1000. It's put on by the Men's Art Council of the Phoenix Art Museum to raise money, and I'd like to show you what happened today on that outing. It was a glitzy morning at the Phoenix Art Museum with an appreciative crowd out to ogle and admire, and some of them muttered, boy, I wish I had one of those. One of those was 50 vintage cars, most in a lot better shape than the old family Bucky, and a lot more expensive, too. Many of these cars are price tagged in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, a couple worth more than $1 million. This was the start of the Copperstate 1000.
It's basically based after the Mille Miglia, which is a European event. It was started in Italy, and what we're doing is we're putting on the American version of that. It's Mille Miglia means obviously 1,000 miles. We're attempting to do the same thing here in Arizona, and we're spending 4 days taking the participants through northern Arizona.
And they're off, beginning 4 days of a colorful adventure through Arizona's scenic Northland. Now, these are not dinky little tin cars with rubber band engines. When they made these cars back then, they made them to race and be sporty, and they put powerful engines in them. Alan Travis's car here at the stop we made at the Chrysler Proving Grounds to fool around on a slalom course has a 400 cubic inch engine that made his 1910 Knox Raceabout go racing about at about 90 miles an hour. And it did it then, and it'll do 90 miles an hour today. Curtis's 1939 Fraser Nash BMW would do over 80 then and still will today. Well, these engines sound throaty and mean, and they are. Climbing up to the high country now, Yarnell Hill. Oh, steep, steep. And these so-called vintage cars easily outrun my Ford van. After winding through some little Arizona communities with improbable names like Peoples Valley and Skull Valley, the end of the first day finds us in colorful and historic downtown Prescott. Well, that was the first day. Tomorrow is the rally. It's the timed rally. It's the contest. Maybe we'll be able to keep up with some of these high-powered cars. And we'll wind up tomorrow night, Dale and Linda, at the Grand Canyon, so we'll see you guys from there.
Oh, all the beautiful spots in Arizona.
No kidding.
A couple of them.
A couple of them. Okay, that's true. Not all of them.
Thanks,
couple of
Bill.
them. Thanks, Bill. You would expect Bill to know that sort of thing.
Yeah,
and
he's
he does.
been to all
he
of the
does.
beautiful spots in Arizona, probably.
Well, Phoenix was a beautiful place to be today. Just nice,
Certainly
warm
was.
temperatures outside.
Indeed. Up next, Jim Schnebelt's going to join us to have the forecast lowdown. Join us for weather.
If you're a student and need help with your homework, call the Homework Hotline between 6:30 and 8:30 tonight. Dial the Channel 10 Vision line at 252-1010, then press 9000. You'll talk directly with a teacher. The Homework Hotline, sponsored by Safeway and the Arizona Education Association.
I think we'd like to observe just a moment of silence for the Arizona ski season, which officially ended today. Actually, it ended last week for Sholo, Sunrise. They closed down last week, but today Mount Lemmon and Snowbowl in Flagstaff closed until later this year, when hopefully we'll get some more good snow. But they really had pretty decent seasons, especially with the winter storms that blew through in the last couple of months. And I guess I skied them both, Sunrise and Snowbowl this year. Very good skiing.
Was that you we saw in that?
No, that wasn't me. No, did you make it out this year?
No, I didn't.
Really?
Didn't.
Oh, that's too bad. It's good snow.
Yep. Is the moment of silence over now?
Yeah, it's over.
All
I'm
right,
done talking.
let's go ahead and do the weather. Okay. Things are going to be warming up just a touch the next couple of days as the snow melts. Temperatures warm up that time of year, folks. 83 degrees, the high today at the airport. The morning low 55. That's a pretty typical day for us for mid-April. 83 and 52 are the normal high and low, and the records 103 set back in 1925, and 40 the record low from 1945. Right now 79 degrees, a little breeze out of the west, real low humidity 11%, the dew point temperature 20, rainfall is nearly an inch above normal in the barometer 29.87 and falling. Air quality today, carbon monoxide good, ozone moderate on the index. High temperatures from around the state, 88 in Yuma for the warm spot. That's a sign things are warming up across the deserts. Almost 60 in Flagstaff, 59 to be exact. 74 in Sedona this afternoon, and 70 in Globe. Clear skies are the rule tonight, and we'll see mostly sunny skies right on through the next couple of days. A weak little weather system should skirt the northern part of the state by late Monday or Tuesday. Not really expected to have too much effect on us. It should keep temperatures down just a little bit. On the national map, the snow continues in the northern Rockies tonight. Also, heavy storms continue in the Gulf Coast. This cold front continuing to cause very heavy weather through the Gulf Coast states, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi. 10 inches of rain in Shreveport, Louisiana yesterday. Heavy thunderstorms continue all throughout that area. More rain up the East Coast, down into Florida, and a little bit of snow falling in the mountains of Washington, Oregon, and a rain-snow mix up in northern Minnesota today. Temperatures fairly mild, though, across the nation. Spring has sprung. 69 in Chicago, 72 in Cincinnati, and fairly mild in the west as well, 66 in San Diego. Back home to Arizona now, forecast lows will be fairly mild tonight. Slightly below freezing in Flagstaff, and then tomorrow we're going to tack on a couple more degrees and warm things up a little bit compared to today. Here's our forecast now. Clear tonight, the low 58. Tomorrow, sunny and warmer, the high 88. And for Tuesday, sunny and breezy, the high 78, the low 58. The extended outlook for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday calls for temperatures to remain near normal, probably the low to mid-80s through the period, and I'm not expecting any rain the next 5 days, so sounds pretty good. Chamber of Commerce should be happy.
All right. We certainly are. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Jim. Up next in sports, the winner of the Masters is a little woozy today.
Woozy. It's because a Welshman named Woosnam takes home the coveted green jacket.
All this fuss over a green jacket, all you got to do is go to Kmart and you can pick one up. No, this one is special. It's for the Masters, and for this year's winner, a size 40 short. We'll explain next in sports.
Okay, I'm going to get his name right, you guys. Ian Woosnam.
No, Kevin McCabe. He's here every weekend.
No, I don't have a green jacket. Ian Woosnam is rated the #1 golfer in the world. So I guess it's only fitting that he wins the most prestigious tournament, the Masters. Today in Augusta, the final round. How about Andrew McGee from Scottsdale, Arizona at 16? His tee shot on the par 3. Well, he shot a 2 under 70 today, and here he rolls it. Well, it doesn't go in, but nice effort. He finished 3 shots off the lead. Nice job, Andrew McGee from Scottsdale. Jose Marie Olazabal, well, he was also a 2 under 70 today at 14 for birdie. He gets it to fall. He later took sole possession of the lead before faltering late in the round. Tom Watson, well, he rode the roller coaster as well. Final round, 1 over 73, gets the eagle at 15. but it wouldn't be enough. Wouldn't be enough to catch little Woozy. Ian Woosnam, the Welshman at 18. Perfect even par round 72 today, but that was good enough for the win. A one-stroke victory, and of course he takes home the prestigious Green Blazer. So here's a look at your final leaderboard. If you're scoring at home, Ian Woosnam, your winner at 11 under par. Olathabo, Lanny Watkins, Ben Crenshaw, and Tom Watson all in there, as I mentioned, Andrew McGee at 280. Pro basketball this afternoon. The Suns hosting San Antonio, perhaps a Western Conference Championship preview, although Suns fans hope the outcome will be a little bit different. Spurs start fast in this one on the break. Willie Anderson to the Admiral. David Robinson, nice jam. Spurs by 6. Mark West, impressive performance today. Shows Mr. Robinson he can do the job. Down low, throw it down. Suns cut it to 3 midway through the second quarter. They once trailed by as many as 18, though. Got cut it close here. Nigel Knight brought him back with the jumper. He had 27 points, but there was no catching the Spurs today. Willie Anderson, 25. He goes coast to coast. They win at 109 to 101.
Our problem's offense, not defense. We don't have enough weapons. They're all over there by me. I mean, our defense was solid. I wish I could complain about my team. I'd feel better. I could go home, wouldn't be as frustrated.
Yeah, it's a big mountain. You get down by 16 or 17 in the second half, and we, you know, we gave them some opportunities. We gave them some open jump shots, and they buried them. They were a good jump shooting team, but we held them all.
They did. Other NBA scores saw the Celtics win at home over the Knicks. The Timberwolves beat the Sixers. The Bullets and the Pacers also get wins today. Also in pro basketball, yesterday afternoon, Brian Williams of the U of A announced he will skip his senior season with the Wildcats. Enter his name in the NBA draft. Williams, a 6'11", 245-pounder, averaged 13.5 points a game last year and just felt it was time to move on.
I've had my run in college, and it's just something that I've wanted to do for a while, and it's something that I've always dreamed of, and I have to follow that.
Well, here's former teammate Sean Elliott's comments at 10 on his feelings. Major League Baseball with the Blue Jays off to their best start in years, 5-2 this afternoon against Milwaukee. They wasted little time. First inning, Kelly Gruber gone deep to left field. 6 runs in the first inning sent Don August to the showers early. That's all Jimmy Key would need. He throws the 2-hitter, gets Greg Brock. 9-0 the final there. The rest of the American League saw Tom Candiotti shut out the Red Sox. White Sox and Tigers were rained out. Angels beat the Twins. Royals, Kirk Gibson, a couple of homers as they beat the Yankees, and it is Texas pounding Baltimore. The National League, the Mets have taken over first place in the East. Today against the Expos, they licked them. Rick Cerrone, seeing eye single through the left side. That'll score a couple of runs. 4-0 the Mets. That's all Frank Viola would need. He 5 hits Montreal, 7-1 the final there. The rest of the National League, the Cards and Braves are winners. Padres beat the Dodgers, the Astros over the Giants, and the Cubs beat the Cubs. The Cubs beat the Pirates 6-4. Thank you. College baseball this afternoon. The Sun Devils avoid the sweep by Stanford. They knocked off the #1 Cardinals. Scott Samuels, he had homers in the first 2 games. Yes, ladies, he had another one today. Deep to right field. It is gone. Devils win it 10-4. They have not been playing well, but it's nice to see them get a win.
Indeed it is. Thanks.
See ya.
What did 500 people at South Mountain Park have in common today?
Well, they had more than the sun. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the Abril family. Hundreds of folks from near and far made a special trip to South Mountain Park today. Not so much for the sunshine, but rather for the opportunity to bask in the company of sons and daughters of the Abril family. Nearly every one of these folks is related in some way or another to the Abril family tree. And today they celebrated their family lineage with a 5-year reunion out at South Mountain Park. The day was packed with fun, including live music, dancing, food, and games. Now that's a family reunion. Looks like they really went all out.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's nice to celebrate family and get everybody together for a 5-year reunion.
No
That's
kidding.
terrific.
Great way to do it. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you at 10.
Have a good night.
As part of Earth Week, Channel 10 has teamed up with Community Information and Referral. To find out about Earth Week activities, call 263-8856 or 1-800-352-3792.
To some, confrontation is an art.